Pontiac Aztek, the lovably quirky disaster of automotive design. Hello and welcome to AutoIcons. Today we're diving into one of the most debated, criticized, and bewilderingly quirky contraptions ever to grace American roads, the Pontiac Aztek. This isn't just a car. It's a masterclass in how not to design an automobile, a glaring reminder of what happens when good intentions go hilariously haywire. Released in 2001, the Pontiac Aztek was GM's attempt to revolutionize the crossover market. What they ended up with was a vehicle that looked like a transformer mid-transformation, unsure whether it was supposed to be an SUV, a minivan, or a drawing by an overly enthusiastic toddler with a box of crayons. The Aztek is the poster child for the design-by-committee approach gone awry. Under the hood, the Aztek came with a 3.4-liter V6 engine, producing about 185 bhp. Now, 185 bhp isn't terrible, but it's not exactly thrilling either. It's the automotive equivalent of store-brand fizzy water. Fine, but utterly forgettable. Put the pedal to the metal and the Aztek lumbers forward with all the grace and urgency of an elderly tortoise on a warm day. 0 to 60 mph happens in a yawn-inducing 10 seconds, unless there's a strong tailwind and a team of enthusiastic cheerleaders. Let's talk about the design, or more specifically, what on earth went wrong. The front end looks like it was designed by someone who was dared to fit every possible angular feature into one place. The rear isn't much better, featuring a split tailgate that sounds useful in theory but in practice feels like an afterthought. The Aztek's proportions are just plain odd, like it's perpetually uncomfortable in its own skin. And those body-cladding panels? It's as if the designers thought, how can we make this look even more confusing? I know, plastic slabs everywhere. Climb inside and things get marginally better, but only just. The interior, while spacious, feels like a refuge for the lost and disconnected. There's a surfeit of hard plastics, accompanied by a dashboard layout that seems to have been designed by someone wearing a blindfold. The seats, however, are relatively comfortable, and there's a surprising amount of headroom. The piece de resistance has to be the cooler that doubles as a center console. Yes, you can keep your drinks cold while contemplating the choices that led you to buy an Aztek. Where the Aztek does redeem itself slightly is in its practicality. The cargo space is generous, and the split-folding rear seats add a splash of versatility. Pontiac even offered an array of lifestyle accessories, including a built-in air mattress and a tailgate tent. Yes, you could drive your Aztek into the wilderness and camp in it, assuming you can bear the constant reminders of its shocking design. Driving the Aztek is an exercise in indifference. The V6 engine drones away, the steering is as vague as a politician's promise, and the suspension seems to oscillate between too stiff and too soft, depending on its mood. It's not engaging, it's not fun, and it's not particularly capable off-road. Yet it soldiers on, doing everything adequately without ever excelling. The Aztek's biggest claim to fame is arguably its role in the hit TV show Breaking Bad. Yes, this SUV is now synonymous with Walter White, the mild-mannered chemistry teacher turned methamphetamine kingpin. If you want a car that screams, "I've got a double life," the Aztek might just be